Hello and welcome. Firstly, I'd like to say this is not a clickbait video. I'm going to show you how you can turn any cordless drill into an impact driver for £10. In fact, much less than £10. You can see here, this is my cordless drill and it's got a socket on it. Now, what's the problem with a normal cordless drill? Well, it's the fact it's designed to take drill bits, isn't it? It's not designed to take sockets. It's for wood, metal, various drill bits and sizes, as you can see here. But what I've discovered recently is you can get these adapters. Now, these adapters I bought online, and they were ridiculously cheap. So cheap that I thought I'd give them a go. I've got a 1/4, 3/8 and 1/2 inch adapters here, which could take all types of standard sockets that you might have in your garage. Now, like any sucker, I clicked on a Facebook advert, didn't I? It's one of those adverts you get in your feed, and I clicked through, and I discovered these drill bit adapters. Now that's £2.24 for the set, not each, for the whole set. So I thought it was worth a go. Now you do need to spend £10 to get free shipping. So I bought a couple of other things, like a screwdriver set for opening Christmas presents and batteries and stuff, which I'll do another video on soon as well, which I think was actually quite good because that was only £2.50 as well. I've also popped the link in the description below if you want to go to this site yourself and pick them up. About a week after ordering, they turned up, and I'm really pleasantly surprised. They're of good quality. They don't feel like they've been cheaply made. The little ball bearings inside them which hold the sockets on feel solid. They come in different colours. It's gold here for the 1/4 inch and red for the 3/8 drive here. They kind of feel really solid. There's no manufacturing like sharp edges. You feel like these have been cast cheaply. They seem to be really good. Now I know with these drives, we're not going to get good torque out of a cordless drill. It's more for just taking the monotony out of those jobs where you've got lots of bolts to undo. I don't spend a lot on my tools. Here's my Halfords tool set that I've probably had for over a decade now. It's one of those standard 150-piece sets you can pick up in Halfords, and it served me really, really well. So these are the types of sockets that I'm going to be putting on the end of the adapters. So again, it's not high-end stuff, and I'm just your average DIY. There's your own oil changes, filters, and pollen filters and stuff. By the way, if you're liking this video, I really would like a subscribe and a like. It would really help me build my channel. Here you can see me plugging one of the adapters into my sockets, and it seems to grip on really well. The ball bearing clips in, it holds up really well, you can twist it, it feels okay. Now, like I said earlier, this is not going to have super high torque. I'm not expecting this to undo wheel bolts or do stuff up really tightly. But then even the really expensive ones I found can't even undo wheel nuts. Even though they say they can do 300 newton meters, they won't. So I'll be cracking stuff off manually by hand and just using this to do smaller jobs. Like the under tray for my BMW, for example, which has about 20 size 11mm bolts, whatever it is, and it takes ages. So yeah, all the adapters look really, really good. Now I'm going to hook this up to my drill that I've got in the garage. Now, this drill is like any other that you've probably got at home as well. I've had this probably 15 years now. I bought it for a project, and it's done me really, really well. It does the odd job, woodworking, metal project, if I've got to hang something up. But to be honest, 90% of the time, or 99% of the time, it just sits in the garage not being used. So, if I could use these adapters to make it useful for the car project as well, when I'm undoing a whole bunch of bolts, it'd be really useful. So I'm going to put the adapter and the socket on my drill here, and I'm going to do some real world tests to see how well this actually performs. Now in this clip, I've just got a small adapter on, and I'm just taking out one of the bolts for the glove box. I have to take the glove box out if I'm going to do the pollen filter. And yeah, it works fine. Switch the direction, put the bolt back in again, screws right. And yeah, little job like that, be well happy with it. But let's try something a bit bigger. Here I'm going to swap out the 1/4 inch drive that I was using earlier for a bigger 1/2 inch one. And it Goes on as you would do like a normal kind of, you're changing a drill bit to 2 different sizes. Just grips on normally, whip it up, good to go. Now, as I mentioned a couple of times, I'm not expecting to undo this bolt. So what I'm going to do is just crack it off open by hand with a breaker bar first. Just a little bit, just to get that first bit of torque off, like that. Let's try this. This is a 19 deep socket I've got here. Yeah, it's a much heavier bolt, but comes off no problem. Let's do it back up again. Quite funny, actually sounds like an impact wrench there. But I want to do this just a couple more times to see how practical it will be day to day. So I'm just going to whip it off again and put it on again. Easy off. And easy on. Yeah, sounds like a torque wrench again. I'm really happy with it. Now I've taken the bolt off for the wheel, so what I really should do is also torque this back up properly. Now, part of this test is also to see how well it's torqued it up. I put mine to 110 Newton meters, which I think is fairly standard for wheel bolts. And it didn't need much going up, it did an alright job of taking it almost up. So yeah, no issues there. So in conclusion, would I recommend these? Yeah, for the price point. I mean, who wouldn't at £2, £2.21? I'll maybe do an update in about 6 months to see how well it lasts. Does it destroy my drill? I don't know, but I don't get much use out of it anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful. Please tell me in the comments if you've picked these up or used them yourself. And yeah, really give me a like or subscribe if you've got this far. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.